This is the second half of day one on our Swisha Loop adventure. We're about 5 to 6 hours into our trip. Gord, Sebastian, and I are having a great time. First time all of us have been on an adventure with the DRs like this. So we have them loaded up. Luggage has stayed in place perfectly so far.
Doing pretty good. We're doing 70 to 80k an hour. We've encountered 2 cars so far, so it's pretty nice.
This was probably the widest open area that we had passed through and the top speed that we got to. Majority of the trail we were going a lot slower than this. Once you get away from the highway and the small towns, it gets pretty remote.
But, Mickey?
This section here was pretty rutted. There were a lot of fallen trees across the trail too, but luckily someone had already cleared it, so I think that going a couple of months into the season, today is June 30th right now, and it being combined with an extremely dry season, it made it a lot easier on us to get through the technical terrain. There were a lot of big rocks in the hills and sand, so it was a bit tiring that way as far as how long the day turned out to be.
We still got a ways to go. Everyone's tired. This is the kind of terrain we have to ride on. Right now it's not too bad, but there's a lot of rocks, deep sand, up hills, down hills, and the rocks are big enough that they roll your tires. Summer's doing really good though. Even though she's tired, she's doing good. I'll catch you in a bit when we come out of this.
And you gotta watch out for these sand pits that come out of nowhere. They're a little tricky. So far, there's been a lot of hills with a lot of rocks in them.
We just stopped for a quick break. There's a sandy, real deep sand trap too. We've got about 90 kilometers left to the first site we're gonna stop.
We had left home around 8:30 a.m. this morning and it was now late afternoon. We had only stopped for the one quick break that you see in the first video. We were all feeling fatigue creeping in now, and we kept expecting there to be an opening to stop or somewhere by the water.
It is 4:30, and we've been at it since 8:30 this morning.
We didn't catch the worst of the trail on camera with the most technical spots.
I try to try to keep it clean, but as you guys can see, it's dry.
The tricky sections came out of nowhere at the bottom of the hill or around a corner, and with the three of us following each other, we just didn't stop to film it.
There's been a few butt-clenching moments, but overall, doing pretty good. Just before the trip, we bought a couple of sunglasses. They're the transition glasses, and they actually work really well. I think we keep going, right?
Here our two navigators were checking if we should continue straight or turn around on the trail behind us.
Okay. I don't know, mine just says to keep going. Yeah, I'm going in the middle of nowhere now.
Yeah, it's going off the top.
point, Sebastian was out of water and I only had a small amount left in my water bladder. We both had 2-liter water bladders in our backpacks. The extra Gatorade bottles that we had planned to bring were still in the fridge at home.
You want water?
Huh?
You want water?
One thing to note for this trail on this day where it was such a long stretch between anywhere you could fill up with water, we definitely would have brought more water with us. Here we were just checking if the water source was clean.
No.
We had a water purifier with us,
Go to the next one.
but we decided to wait for a better option. The water had an odor to it and it was quite swampy in this area. If you come do this trail, make sure that you do have enough water. It being 30 degrees plus exerting a lot of energy.
We wanted water, but it's a swampy area and the water doesn't move, so I'd rather not get sick at this point.
This part was pretty exciting. It was my first ever water crossing on a bike. This is one of the only 3 for the entire day, and it's been a very dry season here for us, so water crossings were not a concern so far on this trip. That noise you're hearing here is Sebastian's suspension. Sebastian is laughing at me here as he's watching my bike squirm back and forth in the sand.
Hi, sexy. You can tell everyone's tired. We're riding a lot slower. Such a freak. So tired, my little summer. A long day for anyone that's not used to riding off-road.